Welcome to this deep dive, the show that extracts the most impactful AI developments shaping the week, cutting through the noise so you can stay ahead.
It's necessary work. The pace right now is just staggering. This week we have material that spans from the deeply controversial and, personal all the way up to huge shifts in corporate strategy.
Right. And our mission today is to deliver that essential knowledge. We're focusing on three major themes for you. First, we're going to analyze the immediate, and I mean dramatic, public reaction to a new AI avatar app, one designed to interact with the deceased.
Then we'll unpack Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella's vision for what he's calling a positive-sum AI future. There are some critical changes there in how they price their services.
And finally, we'll get into a deep dive on some trending new AI tools that you can start using right now to boost your own productivity.
Let's jump straight in, starting with the story that really just sent a shockwave across social media.
Okay, let's unpack this one. The Two-Way app. It was launched by a former Disney Channel actor, Colm Worthy, and it immediately hits this really fraught intersection of AI and, human experience.
It really does. The core concept here is that the platform creates interactive AI avatars, they call them holo avatars, of deceased relatives. The idea is that you can use this digital version of a departed family member to, interact with and have them offer commentary on different life events.
And what makes it so accessible but also so unsettling for critics is the incredibly low barrier to entry. Our sources note the tech can generate these things from just minutes of recorded footage.
Exactly. It's that instant accessibility combined with the subject matter that just fueled this extreme backlash. A promotional video went viral pretty quickly. It showed an AI grandmother interacting with her grandson from when he was a baby all the way through adulthood. The response was immediate and harsh.
The comparison to Black Mirror was everywhere, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. On X, the criticism was swift. Thousands of responses. We saw critics calling the idea demonic, even objectively evil, saying it just fundamentally exploits grief.
That's an intense reaction.
It is. And it demands that we at least consider the creator's perspective. I mean, while the public is focused on exploitation, the implied argument from their side must be about comfort or preserving memory or maybe finding new ways to cope.
So the debate is less about the tech itself and more about the boundaries of mourning.
Precisely. And commercially, they're moving ahead despite all the criticism. The app is a free beta on Apple's App Store right now, but the plan is clear. A tiered subscription model is coming, and they're planning an expansion to Android devices soon.
It's certainly pushing a boundary.
So from that really emotional space, let's pivot to the corporate titans who are structuring the future of this tech. What's fascinating here is Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella's recent post and also a candid podcast appearance, where he detailed this pretty profound philosophical shift in how Microsoft sees AI development.
He seems to be arguing for a move away from that, purely competitive zero-sum game that usually dominates the tech world.
That's exactly right. Nadella's whole thing is what he calls a positive-sum mentality. He frames success not just in terms of Microsoft's profit, but when the overall economy and society themselves reach new heights.
That's a big claim, especially given the huge financial investment it takes to even be a player here. How does that philosophy translate into your actual strategy?
We see two major shifts. First is a heavy emphasis on partnerships and collaboration. Nadella pointed to their new AI Superfactory as a key example. He called it a positive-sum collaboration designed to catalyze and compound progress.
So they know they can't own the entire AI stack themselves.
Nor should they, in his view. And the second shift is structural. It really impacts the bottom line and how they think about the AI itself.
Oh.
Microsoft is moving from a traditional per-user pricing structure for its services to a per-agent model. This is critical. It effectively treats the AI systems, the agents, as infrastructure customers, not just passive tools that humans use.
That reframes the entire cost structure. You're basically monetizing digital labor instead of human seats.
It does. It cements the AI system as a persistent, functional entity in the enterprise. And speaking of strategy, Nadella also shared a key detail about their partnership with OpenAI.
This would be the assurance they have about future access.
Yes, he revealed that under their new deal, Microsoft now has access to, and I'm quoting, all of it when it comes to OpenAI's IP. The knowledge, the algorithms, everything.
Everything except what?
The only exclusion is physical consumer hardware. And that access is guaranteed for 7 years. That's a foundational anchor for their entire development plan. Now, if we connect this to the bigger picture, let's maybe slow down the rhythm a bit and just survey the broader news landscape.
Okay, so beyond those two big stories, what other moves are we seeing? What about OpenAI? outside of their enterprise models?
Well, they're starting to push into a genuinely social space. They're piloting a new group chat feature. It integrates your friends and ChatGPT into the same conversation. So the AI moves from being a personal assistant to a collaborator, which is ideal for, planning a trip or a group project.
And that's being tested where?
Currently in Japan, New Zealand, South Korea, and Taiwan. And on a much lighter note for writers, ChatGPT will essentially stop using the em dash when you prompt it. It's a tiny detail, but it shows how they're tweaking the AI's personality.
Interesting. And on the productivity side, what's integrating into our daily workflows?
You should keep an eye on Dex. It's an AI assistant that works directly inside Google Chrome, sort of an invisible layer of help. For you, this means Dex can handle pre-meeting prep by pulling info from your Google Docs and Calendar, or it can clean up data, or even send Slack messages on your behalf.
Outside of the US, where are we seeing major investment?
Investment is surging in Asia. Sakana AI, a startup, just became Japan's most valuable private company after a new funding round.
What's their valuation at now?
An impressive $2.6 billion.
And what's Google's countermove on the infrastructure front?
Google announced a huge commitment, $40 billion invested in Texas through 2027 to build out data centers and AI infrastructure. This also includes a $30 million energy impact fund and local training programs.
And any specific tech advancements this week that feel like a real leap forward?
Absolutely. ByteDance Seed released something called Depth Anything 3. It's an AI model that can predict spatially consistent geometry from a flat image. Basically, it can create a realistic 3D depth map from a single 2D picture. This is critical for things like virtual reality and robotic navigation.
And for consumers, thinking ahead to the holidays.
Google is rolling out some AI shopping upgrades. One is an agent that can actually call a physical store for you to check if something is in stock. They also have Agentic Checkout, where the AI fills out the forms to complete a purchase, and better product browsing in Gemini.
Finally, a quick bit of executive news that could have big implications.
Yeah, reports are suggesting that Apple CEO Tim Cook might be planning to step down as early as next year. Hardware engineering chief John Ternus is seen as the favorite to replace him.
Okay, let's shift now to the practical tools that you can actually start using today. We're moving from the high-level strategy to the hands-on kit.
This is where it gets actionable.
First up is Google Notebook LM. It's had some major upgrades that turn it from a simple note-taker into a real knowledge management tool. It now integrates with deep research tools, sheets, images, and PDFs. So if you're doing any kind of complex research, you can feed it all your source materials and ask it to synthesize arguments across different formats.
That makes the analysis phase of any project significantly faster.
Then we have Hollow 2. This is a term for a suite of lightweight models designed for powering computer use agents. The keyword there is lightweight.
Right. And to explain what a computer use agent is for you, think of it as a micro AI that does complex, multi-step tasks across your computer, interacting with different apps automatically, like picking a flight that requires checking 3 websites and adding it to your calendar. The lightweight nature of Hollow 2 means these agents can run fast without draining your system's resources.
And finally, an update from the dominant player.
GPT 5.1 is here. OpenAI's upgraded model has a key new feature that really stands out: personality customization.
So this goes beyond just telling the AI what to write. You can now tailor its tone, its style, its whole persona.
Exactly. For professional workflows, this is huge. You could customize one version for drafting formal technical documents and another for energetic social media copy, and get consistent results that match a specific brand or style.
So what does this all mean? If you look back across this deep dive, the theme is just this radical, rapid expansion of AI. We went from an app that simulates talking with the deceased to a CEO redesigning his global pricing structure based on the idea of a digital entity.
AI is moving from being simple software to becoming fundamental infrastructure, both for corporations and for us personally.
Which raises an important question for you to consider. We see this industry trend echoed in Nadella's shift to per-agent pricing, toward treating AI not just as a tool, but as essential infrastructure.
If that AI agent is treated like a functional entity that can drive economic value, as Microsoft is now pricing it, what does that suggest for the future regulation or maybe even the legal status of these agents?
A fascinating thought to leave you with. The